This week we dive into the shady world of counterfeit games and consoles. Is Tekken on the Famicom really rubbish? Or are these some of the best Nintendo games ever? We check out what isn't a Neo Geo game, and there's another amazing console. Hello! Yes, it is me. It is Jace at Retrogames. Yes, I didn't mix it up. Wasn't I mixing it up?
What's on the table?
It's a book. It is a book, but it's a fascinating book, this one.
Retro Facts.
China, Malaysia, Thailand and South Korea, a chaotic bootleg 1990s gaming free-for-all, where most backstreet game shops or market stalls wouldn't have a single legitimate game in stock at all. It's a stark contrast to the organised 1990s retail environment of Japan and the West, where Nintendo and Sega meticulously controlled first and third party production and sale of all games for their consoles. With copyright infringement in China largely going unpunished, illegitimate games companies churned out millions of poorly produced reproduction games, with multi-carts featuring low quality casings, blurry labels and often sold with no outer packaging at all. There were bootleg consoles to play them on too, the so-called famiclones, produced at a fraction of the cost of official Nintendo hardware. Famicom, Super Famicom, Game Boy and Mega Drive all succumbed to this tidal wave of organised piracy. But this is where things get interesting. Sega, Nintendo and Sony abandoning these territories to the pirates left a games vacuum, which in turn created a whole new gaming scene. A counterculture of secretive games producers bringing famous franchises and gaming characters to these older formats. While bootleg game development was a largely anonymous and underground industry, several development teams became known among enthusiasts for their prolific output and in some cases for a surprisingly ambitious or notoriously poor game. Taiwan's Hummer team, active between 1992 and 1997, their most famous creations include Samari, an infamous and widely known bootleg of Sonic the Hedgehog for the Famicom with Mario as the main character. The physics are notoriously bad, which adds to its notoriety. Another notable Hummer game is Kart Fighter, a Famicom fighting game that uses characters from Super Mario Kart. Syntax, based in China, is known for its massive library of pirate games for the Game Boy Color and Game Boy Advance. Syntax was prolific, and many of its releases featured original games with sprites stolen from other franchises. Another Taiwanese team is Sachen. While some of their games were ports or hacks, they also developed many original titles, but the quality of Sachen games is generally considered lower than other unlicensed companies of the era. One of the earliest bootleg producers was NT Deck, based in Hong Kong. While they began as a major distributor of pirate Famicom games, they later shifted to unlicensed original content. Over the past 2 decades, the major format holders have tamed these once wild territories with a regulated release schedule, but for gaming enthusiasts like us, this largely uncatalogued era of console gaming is the home to some of the oddest video games ever released. This is called the Pachimono Database 1999. It's an old book. It's already 26 years old. But the difference with this book, it is an archive of different games that came out for various formats, but it's an archive of all the weird games, all the strange conversions. I'm going to show you some pages. I'll show you the front. So it's a Japanese guide, and there you'll see like the multi-carts, 24 in one there. This is Game Gear games, 73 in one. Loads of weird pirate stuff. So here we go. There we have Sonic and Knuckles for the Famicom. My mistake, Sonic and Knuckles 5. Yes, there are 5 games in the series. Yeah, but what is Sonic like on the Famicom? Well, it looks like Sonic, doesn't it? There's a lot going on. We've got a full music soundtrack as we play. It's fast. I mean, it's glitchy, isn't it? You get that glitch at the side. The biggest problem with these games for me is that you don't know if they're going to last. So you might get to the next level and they didn't actually bother programming that one, it just finishes. Yes, it's actually a brilliant resource to find out which games came out, what stuff exists. Super Pizza Pops. Yes, of course I love pizza. Oh, this is nice, isn't it? It's a bit of a cut scene. There we go. Mario catches the pizza. I mean, no box for the pizza. But here he goes. And it's a whole new type of game. Oh, yeah, we can throw... Oh, it disappeared. We can throw the pizzas. If you could imagine Paperboy pushed into a 2D perspective without the bike or the papers. There's a guy playing the guitar. Now, I know this might not have the quality of a Nintendo game, but it's not rubbish, is it? It seems perfectly playable, catching the balloons, getting the hearts. And now we've got a boss level. Yes, and we're whacking a dog with the pizza. I mean, when this pizza arrives, it's going to be filthy. But don't worry, I'll still eat it. Super Donkey Kong, again on Fami. Now, this is actually a game that I got sent from my friend Genki back in the 1990s. What do you think of it? It's a whole new platform game starring Donkey Kong. I like the way it scrolls. It's properly done. Donkey Kong isn't always on the edge of the screen, he moves to the middle. And there's good variety in the stages too. Here we have an underwater level, Donkey Kong meets Echo the Dolphin, and there's even boss levels. Tekken 2 for the Famicom, I'd love to play that. Do remember this is a 32-bit PlayStation game on a 1983 8-bit console. I like the way they're flickering this on purpose, making it look like a movie reel. Yes, okay, gone are the 3D graphics. This is a 2D fighter. It's still got a few moves, not hardly any moves compared to the original game. But it does have a 2-player mode. It does look a bit like someone made a Commodore 64 version of Tekken, doesn't it? Tekken 2 on the SNES. Okay, so this is a generation on. We are now in the 16-bit era. It looks good, doesn't it? It does look like a Tekken game. Not sure what I think of this music, but at least there is some music. Oh, I like that pixelated effect. Okay, here we go. Again, no 3D characters. I mean, the graphics, they're not 3D, but they're not totally unrecognisable. Paul's still got that wicked tall hairdo. There still seems to be a lot of fighting moves. And explosions when you hit each other, which is a bit strange. Maybe they're carrying fireworks. Soul Blade on the Mega Drive. You can see here it's the Joker X collection. So it's going through the creators of each set of weird carts. Listing them by the person who put them together. Strange. Street Fighter 9702, yeah, on the Famicom. I know what you're thinking. Looks a bit like Tekken 2 on the Famicom. Girl fighting. Ooh, Nini versus Jean, my favourite ladies. Isn't it funny how flickery their arms and legs get as they're punching and kicking? Maybe that's just the difference of this level of coding. Nobody bug checking or rewriting the routines so that they had smoother graphics. It's okay, the animation's pretty good. Xevious there for the Master System. Okay. Who did the music for this? It is beyond irritating, isn't it? Onto the SNES and Sonic the Hedgehog 4. Yes, Sonic for the Super Nintendo. It's something we've always wanted to see. And oh my goodness, what do you think of this? It's not just me, is it? It is not just me. This is pretty decent. I like the soundtrack. It's fast. It's a Sonic game. Oh, who's that? Hang on. It's Mario. And Mario's in the Sonic game too. We're not doing the Olympics. I think this is one of those few bootleg games that SNES Collector really has to hunt down. It's a lot of fun. So that is Virtua Fighter versus Tekken for the Mega Drive. Hang on, that says Taken 2. This should have Liam Neeson in it. Okay, let's see what the Mega Drive can do. Hang on, isn't that the music from Atari's Road Blasters? Okay, it's another very generic fighter with the Tekken logo slapped on it. How about Super Mario 64 for the Game Boy? Yeah, so let's not forget that sometimes these counterfeit games just blatantly rip you off. It details the weird consoles as well. There's the Magic Boy and the Game-Ax, and the ABC 999, which is in the shape of a car. Now, while I was putting this feature together, there was one game which really stood out. It's not this one, though this is a pretty exciting version of Super Mario World for the Famicom. It is actually this one. Wow. It is, of course, Donkey Kong Country running on the Famicom, and wow, look at the animation. This isn't someone cobbling something together out of old graphics they found in a different game. It's a genuine and cohesive attempt at recreating a Nintendo classic. Surely one of the most impressive NES Famicom games you've ever seen. Yeah, so it's just a really interesting resource for all those weird games we'd all like to be able to hunt down that you can find. Occasionally they turn up, but yeah, it's just nice to know what's out there.
What's on the table?
Commodore 64, yes! A game on the Players label with one of the weirdest cover arts that I've ever seen. It's Velocipede 2. Not Velocipedo, but if you look at this guy, focus, if you look at this guy, he looks a bit like a pedo. Velocipedo 2. Oh my god, what sort of game is this? We've got to check it out. Let's have a look at Velocipedo 2. So first he has to put his bike together. I don't know why, you're not in control of this. And then we got to pump up the tyres. It just seems a bit like a filler. Okay, here we go. This is a strange game. You are just moving left and right, avoiding bullets from passing UFOs, which seems unreasonable. The levels are quite short when that bar gets to the end. Here we go, to the beach, and we've completed the level, and he's jumping on his bike. I think we can all tell this is a budget game. Hey! Now this is an interesting promo item, which I don't ever want to sell, I want to keep it. It was sent to shops. I talked about it before I show you it. It was sent to shops as a promo item. And now I actually worked in a video game shop when this game came out. I was not given a badge, and we actually sold loads of copies of this game. The game is the legend that is FTL's Dungeon Master, and look at this badge. Yes, we have Dungeon Master. So that was like to give to the shop tellers, the salespeople, to put that badge on and say, yes, we have got Dungeon Master. That is mad, isn't it? That is mad, amazing. Imagine how few of these are left. A promo Dungeon Master badge. If it ever goes on the site, I'll be surprised. maybe, but God knows what it's worth.
Every week we are subjected to your puerile brand of over-enthusiasm. Quite frankly, just listening to you makes me tired.
Neo Geo in the house? No, it's not Neo Geo in the house. This is not a Neo Geo game, but it does look very much like Fatal Fury Special. I shall give it away when I show you the spine. Yes, it is the X68000 version. Yes, it is for the Sharp computer. We've shown quite a lot of this stuff. Very rare Japanese, almost PC style computer that plays loads of arcade classics, which we never got over here. This was only released in Japan. Now let me open it up because it's just gorgeous. So there we have the manual, and there we have the discs, and this is where it gets interesting, because we're used to the Amiga having loads of discs for games. How many discs? A, B, C, what? D, E, F, G, H, I. How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 discs. 9 5¼ inch floppies for one game of Fatal Fury Special on your X68000. I would be doing a misservice. I didn't show you what the game's like. Yes, there is a lot of fighting in this week's show. That's a pretty jazzy intro before we get down to business. It looks pretty good, doesn't it? It's a good quality fighting game, but let's be honest, it's not quite the quality of the Neo Geo version, is it? Yes, there is now just 1 week to go before Jason Japan returns. It's even better than last series and it's absolutely packed. Retro games shopping, Japanese toys,
Gachapon.
crazy food and drink, live blind box opening, all coming up on
Jace in Japan.
Now this is an oddity. This is a CD case. And you're thinking, Jace, you're getting really desperate showing us a CD case. But it's a completely different sort of CD case which never really took off. It's called the Flick Disc. And look at it, it's really, really over-engineered. It's a crazy looking thing. And you can't really get the full concept of what it's like without putting a disc inside, which I'm going to do now. So the disc slides in to the case like so. And there it is, all safe. It's quite hard plastic, it's quite protective. But then look at this, it's got a button. And you push the button, you're ready. Oh, you're ready. I love this, it's ingenious. Press the button and out pops the disc. Weird, right? How cool would it have been if your CD single collection came in these? It's very satisfying, but it's quite pressured. It's lovely. It's lovely. Didn't take off. I think it's a rare find. It's quite a rare, unique design for a CD case. Get over yourselves.
Here it comes, it's #1.
Okay, it's time for a games console. And what an amazing console I've got for you today. It is this. What is that, Jace? That is a Sega Mega Jet. Mega Jet. Do you know this console? Are you familiar with it? It's a strange one. It is a Mega Drive. There we go. It's a Mega Drive made for aeroplanes. So these days on your aeroplane, you've just got that horrible, really terrible resolution screen in the headrest in front of you. Well, back in the good old 90s, you could actually have Mega Drive connected to that and actually play Mega Drive games, and they'd look okay on that screen, wouldn't they? They'd look okay. Made me think, actually, do you think back in the old days they were CRT screens in the back of headrests? They get a bit warm, wouldn't they? Get a bit warm. But yes, it's so gorgeous. It's a whole console. It's actually related to the Sega Nomad. Once they built this for the airplanes, they were commissioned to make this as a benefit on long flights. They thought, oh well, we can get a Mega Drive into a handheld. We could just add a screen and turn it into a proper electronic game, and they did. So yeah, it's very closely related to the Nomad. But yeah, what a beautiful thing. There's a cartridge slot on the top. The power cable and the connection cable are both on the top, which is a bit odd. It's a bit odd. I believe that in the planes there was a power cable that came from the TV that plugged into this, so it does have to be powered remotely. There's no battery slot or anything like that. We've got the Sega logo on the bottom. We've got a port for joypad 2, just like the Nomad. You can plug in a second joypad. And then you've got the volume control, and then you've got the 6 buttons, the full set. That's how you know it's slightly more modern Sega, because it's got the 6 buttons and the start and the reset buttons. But I love the design of it. It's a beautiful thing. I think it's a very special. If you've got a Sega collection, I think you need one of these. It's very, very cool.
Would you like to find out what's inside my special pocket?
That's it? That is it? That is it for another show. The table is empty. The table is, it's clear. It's clear, thank goodness. I need to find some more stuff to talk about. Until then, thank you so much for watching, for liking, subscribing. You can hype now. Does anybody hype? Hype me, please, hype me. I don't get it. Oh, I wonder why you're not successful on YouTube, Jace, because I just don't get it. Thank you so much for watching, for all your love and support. I'm sending it all the way back to you. I love you all. Keep commenting. If you're new to the show, keep commenting. Those comments, they will guarantee you a place in the competition of the Christmas show. So it's worth doing. You can win a t-shirt and you can look as fabulous as this. Until next time. Thank you. Until next time. Happy retro gaming, retro gamers!
Retro Games says thank you for watching. Retro Games says thank you for watching.
For years now, you've made fun of me, as if my whole identity centers around playing bridge. I also enjoy canasta.